Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I will be going through just some of the things that you need to know to get ready for the first day of Chem 106. And in particular, I'm going to be focusing on the lecture portion of the class in this video. There will be a separate video that I'll do that will focus on the lab portion of the class, which is a little bit different. One thing that you should definitely know, though, is that because of the fact that this class is a summer course, the lecture and the lab are going to overlap and kind of mingle a lot more than usual. So if you are in the lecture portion of this class only, there are going to be some things that you're just going to have to be aware of and to take care of because a good portion of this course is ordinarily done in the lab. Things like quizzes are normally done in the lab, and um, we don't have the learning lab really available to us in the full sense like we do in the normal semester. So there are some things that we do have to improvise. But let's go ahead and start just with the overall um, course itself. And I'm going to start here by just looking at this is what our daily plan looks like. So if you're looking at this particular calendar here, you see that our first day of classes is Thursday, May 28th. And on that day, we're going to do a little bit of course overview. We're just going to make sure that we've clicked into everything, that everything is showing up fine. But I'm not going to talk a whole lot about syllabus and things because I'm talking about it in this video, and I'm hoping that you'll watch that and review that before you come in that day. But we're going to get started into chapter 12, which is all about chemical kinetics. And so what you'll see is that every day in our lecture, we have a 2 hour lecture from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And in that 2 hour lecture, we are going to cover the equivalent of two classes worth of material if you were going to be there for if this was a normal spring semester. Now we will take a break in between the first and the second session just to give you a chance to stretch out your legs and kind of clear your heads a little bit. But that will be the general idea is that we are going to do two sets of things each day. There will be kind of a first topic that starts around 8 o'clock. There will be a second topic that starts somewhere around 9 o'clock. And then you'll have a homework assignment for that evening that reviews those particular topics. So, this is what this yellow column here is all about the assignments do. So, assignment 12-1 covers this particular part of the chapter on factors that impact reaction rates, and that is due that evening. Next day, the 29th, we start with questions and concerns from the previous day, questions from the homework assignments, and then we move on into the next topic. The next topic is rate laws. And so we'll do a 45-minute, hour-long session on one type of rate law calculation. We'll take a break. We'll do another 45 minutes to an hour on the other type of rate laws, and then we'll get into our morning lab. So the structure on a daily basis is pretty predictable and pretty straightforward. The only differences are on days where we have quizzes or exams. We will always start the day with that quiz or that exam. And I generally give you, for quizzes, I give you about an hour, hour 15 at the most to do the quiz itself. And then we get into the lab after everybody has finished the quiz, or sorry, we get into the material, the lecture material after that. So on those days, again, if you're lecture only, um, you will we will not be done with the lecture portion of the day at 10 o'clock. So if you're trying to schedule work or other things around that, you need to talk to whoever makes your schedule about um, being able to start later on those days. So on quiz days, I would say, You should be able to be free somewhere around 11 o'clock. On exam days, I give you 2 full hours to take the exam. Even though it's only a 45-minute, hour-long standard test, I give you the full 2 hours to do it just so that you've got everything in front of you. You've got plenty of time. We don't want time to be the reason that you don't do well. We want, if you're not going to do well, it's because you just need more time to learn the material and hopefully you get it by the time we get to the final exam, but not because you were feeling crunched by the weight of the clock. So if we go through the kind of the plan here, you can see every day we do something, there's an assignment due that night. We do something else, there's an assignment due that night. When we get to quizzes, there is a chapter review assignment that is due the night before the quiz. That chapter review assignment is a bonus assignment. Those of you that are familiar with me from Chem 105 or even Chem 103, this is not news to you. This is exactly how we structured those classes at that particular time. The bonus assignment is there to help you review, to help you to go over things. And yes, the bonus points do help pad your grade a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, As you go further into the term, you'll see that there are going to be 3 exams in total. So, since we are starting on a Thursday, our first exam will actually not be until the third week because the first week is, just 2 days. And the second week, we really haven't covered enough. We will have just finished chapter 13 on that Thursday. It doesn't feel right to immediately turn around and ask you to take an exam over that material on Friday after learning it on Thursday. So, based on how everything is kind of spaced out here, you'll see that the chapter 13 ends on the 4th. We take a quiz over the material of chapter 13 on Monday the 8th. And then exam 1 is on the 10th. Now, woven into all of this is your lab curriculum. And in your lab curriculum, there are a lot of places where there is commonality. So, for example, while you're doing these kinetics materials here, you'll be doing kinetics labs that go along with it. Before you take this kinetics quiz, there will be a kinetics skill builder on the 2nd, where that's going to more or less serve as our chapter 12 review in class to help you get ready for that quiz. Same thing here. On the 5th, the laboratory activity is a skill builder to get you ready for this quiz. The afternoon lab activity on the 9th is actually an exam 1 review to get you ready for the exam on the 10th, and so on. A couple of other points of material here. June 19th is a university holiday, so there will be no classes on that Friday. Kind of works out in our favor. We get a 3-day weekend there. But there will be class, and actually, this is incorrect. I will make sure that this gets switched in the final version. This quiz is actually on this day now. I made the change in the lab schedule, but not in the lecture schedule. So one thing that you should know, any of you who have had me for other classes know, the schedule itself is subject to change. If we need to spend more time on one thing or another thing, we have the ability to take that time. Because of the way that the class is structured with the lecture lab, we are actually scheduled for more hours in general than what you would get in a normal semester, because there are not 3-day holiday breaks or other things that are going into that. I also built in extra time so that we would be able to take the quizzes and exams without having to farm them out to the learning lab because the learning lab doesn't hold the same hours now that it does in a normal semester. But you can see that if you go all the way through here, the final exam will be on July 2nd. That's a Thursday. And we are going to do it from 9 to 11 a.m. Why that particular time? Again, it's a little bit flexible. But the idea, the concept here is if we wanted to do any kind of last minute reviewing on the second before the final exam, we would have the opportunity to do so and still get the exam in before lunch would catch in and potentially make things more difficult for you because you're hungry. Um, so that's kind of our overall schedule. If you jump into the syllabus here, not going to read this to you. I really hope that you read it to yourself before our first class. Most of you familiar with all of this already. If you took Chem 105 recently, um, you have access to this platform and to the homework platform already. If you're coming to us from another university, this is something that you will have to purchase. But it that's handled by bookstore fees. So there's no physical anything to buy. The bookstore will charge you, and they'll know who to charge because they will know who was enrolled last in the past year and who wasn't. So again, read through this kind of stuff on your own. Um, Couple of just general things. As far as the absence policy goes, because this course is super condensed and super crunched down, generally we don't want to make it a habit to miss class or to show up late to class. If you have to miss for some reason or another, generally gonna look past it. If attendance really becomes an issue, then I'll be reaching out to you and we might be having a different kind of conversation. But if you happen to miss, you've got an unmovable doctor's appointment, you've got something that's coming up that's making it really impossible for you to be where you need to be. Um, I do have all of my lectures pre-recorded on YouTube, and you can access one of those pre-recorded lectures in place of the lecture that has been done. And those recordings are relatively recent within the past couple of years. So um, they should be pretty current. They should match up pretty well to what you would see in class normally. Um, as far as makeup work is concerned, all of your assignments are available at any time. If for some reason that you need to complete them late, if you can't make the deadline is 5% per day for up to 2 days. And in the normal semester, that's a little bit longer, but because we are moving so fast, there really isn't a whole lot of wiggle for that. I encourage you to read this section here about electronic devices and authorized materials usage for in-class assessments. So, just kind of a standard operating procedure for what you're allowed and not allowed to have in the classroom when we are giving a quiz or an exam. It's pretty standard kinds of stuff, but um, definitely worth a look over. This section just kind of goes over how I teach the class, kind of what the expectations are. And I've already talked about a number of those things. And then this is the grading weight scale here. So um, really there are only three areas in the lecture itself. There is the exams component. So your three exams plus the final make up 50% of your grade. Your in-class participation, your homework, all that amounts to 30%. And then the chapter quizzes themselves amount to 20%. So 30% homework, 70% everything else. And then we just went through this here. So that's kind of the basics for what you need to do. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out to me. But You'll be seeing this video very close to the beginning of class. So my primary message to you in preparation for that class is go into Blackboard, start signing up for the stuff that is there. So make sure that you can access Active, make sure that you can link up to Top Hat. Makes it a lot easier to get things started the first day if all that stuff's done in advance. Read through the syllabus. If there are any questions that you have about anything, feel free to reach out to me or bring those questions with you on the first day. And I look forward to seeing you on that first Thursday, which is May 28th. Have a great day.